Welcome to part 2 of The End of an Era, Finding Memories Among the Ashes. This is Grandfather's Adventures and Projects. The project today is to continue the cleanup at the log pile that burned to the ground. And it sure brought back some memories. Here's my grandpa's weather vane that we had on the front. You can see how it's twisted right around the center. The electric, looking for a place to go. This coffee cup we found among the ashes kind of caught us off guard. It's a takeoff from the Trivial Pursuit game cards that you can play the game for the trivia, and kind of showed that even God has a sense of humor, because the only question that popped right out at us that we can read on there is the one that asks, what is a pyrotechnics display? Well, time to hit this and do some serious cleanup. Got a couple things we'd really like to find, like my dad's knife, but we need to just start to clean this stuff up so we can move forward. So let's go. Let's say we start like where you're at, in that corner, and then we'll move across the front and
what are the odds?
Try and do it systematically. I'm going to put the camera over here, and then we can start pulling up that chinking.
Yeah.
Fan. Geez.
Yeah. Who would think?
This
Who would
is
think?
the fan.
You know?
Yeah, oh. Yeah, let's put that over there, because that, I'm trying to get things that give me memories of what it is that I need to put on the list. You know?
Yeah, we're picking up the rubble. We're picking up them 14 inch.
Yeah, I'm disappointed it didn't handle 1,500
They get a pile of
degrees
them.
or
You
higher.
know, where the logs were all.
So
put
what
together.
temperature does glass
They're
melt?
pretty impressive. And I think that
Well, the brass and stuff, I know you have to get up above 1,500 degrees. So I'm thinking this was at 1,500 to maybe 1,800 degrees.
There's a lot of them.
Even higher. The metal didn't
So,
know.
but
So I think you got to get up in
thanks for calling.
2,100, something like that. But for the metal, no.
All right. You will. Thanks. Yeah, if I could.
Being an archaeologist,
Yeah. That's why I want to try and document this stuff.
All right, thanks.
You know, where we're getting things from. And this is the kind of craft that I want to. Oh, that was my special one. Yeah, that's that. It uses different fuel. It was that. What was it? Alcohol there.
Yeah, we just throw stuff in there and then
Yeah.
dump it. Is it?
Chinking. That's all. Like this. I can take the whole strip. Watch out, Iola. Let's lay those over where that scorched earth is over there.
Here's another lantern.
That's the front door lamp. Well, let's take a look at some of the stuff that we dug up here.
Lots of stuff.
Now there's some shovels, saws, got plenty of traps. There's a top to the Dutch oven, kettle for heating the water, bunch of the lanterns, kerosene lanterns, toaster right there.
We got at least 2 bag chairs here, 3 pop-up blinds. There's a triple wall chimney. There's the firewood box. Those 2 things. There's one of the folding chairs, a whole bunch more that haven't come out yet. There's the Defender. She's pretty well gone. Time to get refueled. Alright.
Sit around the table here. We begin to talk about some of the memories triggered by these items we found. And there was a lot of them. Well, back to reality. We've got work to do.
Here's the rainbow plate. All the kids used to fight over the iridescent plate. And there's some pieces of it melted to some other stuff there. The antique log cabin syrup can.
Is this the rest of the lamp? Overhead lamp? Right here?
Your Christmas penguin.
I don't think he's very big in it.
That was the Christmas decoration.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know what this was. This was a mug.
What was the special drinking mug?
But the
that we
first-
had?
That was the Trivial Pursuit one.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you know what the first thing I saw on the Trivial Pursuit question is? What is a pyrotechnic display? First question, Scott? First question I see is right there.
What is a pyrotechnic display?
There's the rest of it.
Wow. How appropriate.
Hey, old fart.
Oh, man.
My old fart cup, eh? What do you know? God, you gotta be getting close to that accent pretty soon.
Ashtray.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that the one that comes from Bob's? With the
Oh, that.
deer or whatever?
Yeah, you know, that might have had that foot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a rack or brace or something.
That's what?
A rack or brace.
Yep, at the corner ties. Remember how the tie in the museum was just some nails? Well, that's what held the ties in this thing to keep it from spreading apart. That's massive. So we'll set those together. There should be some, I think there should be 3 more of those. And I think I saw one on the other side. What are you talking about?
Justin's searching for Dad's knife, trying to describe it.
It's only about this long, it's skinny blade, about that wide, curved like that.
Okay.
And if you find that, it's going to have Dad's initials engraved on it, if they're still possibly there. So we found this head. That's cool.
I found the drain pipe. On the drain pipe.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was wondering if my metal ones.
You know what mug really
That's the Eagle mug.
disappoints me is the Cardinal mug.
Me too.
Yeah, I know.
That's the one I
We
told
talked about
Dad.
that yesterday.
You know that's what I remember grandfather
Yeah?
every day.
Cardinal and the Oriole.
Yeah. And I have that knife that grandfather made me,
Yeah.
and I want to get a sheath done. And I've been trying to decide what I wanted to put on the sheath. And I thought about that Cardinal. I got a friend of mine from Scouts that does leather working for a living now.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I'll do.
Well, I might have a second one, unless I brought it out here too.
No, I think it might be at the rock pile.
Might be one at the rock pile that you can take a picture of for the model in it, or for the copy.
It's like a stuff of some sort.
Yeah, it's a ceramic thing that had a cap on it, like a candy jar.
Okay.
And whatever it had in it, I have no idea.
I bet this is your 3-ring binder from your storybook.
What?
3-ring binder. I bet that's your storybook.
Yeah? Yep, the ones that had the stories all typed up from Walter. And my history, you know, that bio that I wrote.
Yep.
Airs. What is that?
That's the check valve from the water supply.
Yep.
Must have been in the water, but still wet. Screen's actually got some temper and this is dry.
Weird.
Didn't get hot enough.
Well, there was 4 full jugs of water there.
Was there?
Well, I think it's time to pick up the pace a little bit here. We got a lot of cleanup to do. Time to go check this tank out. It's amazing that that didn't blow. because all the fittings melted off on the inside. But the thing that saved us was we have a policy of always turning that on. Now I'm going to make sure the gas lines are all closed off, shut off, but make sure they're closed off so if somebody opens them, it doesn't go anywhere. I have to make do with what I got in the way of wrenches and stuff here. I didn't have a full toolbox, and the tools we had out there, of course, are all destroyed. So we'll put this going here and get it tightened up. We won't have to worry about it anymore. But while I was out working on this, son found some neat stuff, and we'll check that out.
Hey, Dad. I think I found a peace pipe.
You did. You survived? So the stone survived. All right. Let's see it.
We had a Indian-made peace pipe that we picked up on one of the scouting trips out there in Pipestone, Minnesota, and we had that in there. It was pretty cool.
Found my peace pipe. This is carved by an Indian from Pipestone. We picked it up on one of our scout trips. And that survived. That's cool.
Anyway, I work on the tank and I find the correct fittings to plug off the ends of those lines, hold it off until we can use the tank. Gonna do preliminary test, see if there's any leaks you can smell, and kind of looks like we're okay. That's good.
Capped off.
So back in the main cleanup, they're still looking for that knife over there. This picture, you can really see the damage to the trees that were right close by, how dead those branches are and how scorched the trees are. And we end up having to cut all those out of there eventually. Good time for a break.
Yeah. This I can clean up. And, make a new end for it.
You know, I haven't checked with that. Well, Robin, I think I might have checked with you guys. You had power.
Yeah, you did, and we did.
Yeah.
No, our power didn't go in.
Hi, Ern.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, you can see a little different than yesterday.
Yeah.
A little bit. We found most everything that I was hoping to find, and a couple of things that we weren't hoping to find, and but I still haven't found that knife blade from Dad. We found the lock. We haven't found the butt blade. We found the lock and the barrel for the Indian trade gun. We got the Indian pipe that
We didn't find
I
the
got
keys,
from
yeah.
Pipestone.
We didn't find the keys, but we got everything open.
Lock picking?
You found the key to the
I
shed.
found the key for the shed. I had one at the house. I had two different locks for two different overhead doors. The Coplay or whatever they. What was it? Clopay Company. And you know those used to be on my house at that white overhead door which is open now.
Oh, yeah.
These used to be on my house at Key Farm. And they had different locks. So when I built this door here, I used the best pieces that I could from both doors and put it together. And so I had the key hanging in the door here. We found one key, but it's a little teeny key like with a, I think it was sitting over on the gun rack. I think it was to some kind of diary book or something. Little key, the three keys or whatever it was are hanging on the key ring for up here, which unlocks that and then unlocks the other side that's gone. So we
Here, you sit.
I brought a
You're
key
good.
out.
Sure.
I brought a key out from the house and tried it, and I thought, well, it's either the right one or it's one from the other door. Popped right open.
There you go.
We got that open, and then I thought, you know, I might have a key that'll fit in that one over there. I'll give it a try. So it's on my key ring I carry all the time, and it fit in there. And then I tried to jiggle it, and you know the key
It's a long
was
ways
sideways,
over
and it turned all the way
I can't sit like this
up
for
and
very
down,
long.
and then
These artificial
it
leaves
pulled
just
out,
don't
you know.
like that.
But then I thought, maybe I pushed the button. But it's still locked. I need to go the other direction. And put the key back in. I couldn't get to it at all. So I tried another key. None of them would fit in. It was this one key. It would slide in. And I'm jiggling it and everything. Can't get to go. So I pulled it all the way out. And I started pushing it in and jiggling it as I went in. And I was about 1/8 of an inch from hitting the end of the key. Turned right open.
There you go.
I thought, holy crow. So we got in there, and I just decided I better, in case somebody turns that gas on, I better disconnect the line
Yeah.
because there's nothing
Nothing
stopping
there.
the gas if that would have been on. So we got gas for the generator now. I mean, that one's still hooked up. So if we want to use the generator to have power to do whatever we need to do out here. But I think I wanted to find that blade, but it doesn't look like we're going to find it yet. We haven't found that canteen either, have we?
No.
That might just
But we found the axe head,
Yeah.
so
that might just that canteen might have just melted into nothing.
well that's true, and the cover was canvas, so that ain't there no more. We took that stove out, and you know it's not. I got all the cast iron pieces.
Yeah.
I'd have to put the pieces together around the wooden frame, which might work because you know you build a wooden frame with some shelves on it and put the cast iron around it.
Right.
We didn't. I ought to tell you about the collaborative witness we had for the lightning strike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was here.
Yeah.
It was Eric Todd. And Eric called him and asked, because he was staying out here, you know, Eric Todd was. But big Eric called him and asked him to go out and turn the sprinkler off. So he went off to turn the sprinkler off, and it was just after 8 o'clock. And the lightning struck and scared the living shit out of him.
Yeah.
And he didn't, you know it was here. He didn't see anything this way. The wind was blowing this way, and it's obvious from our work here
Yeah.
that all this stuff has fallen. you know, in this direction. Like all of the chinking for here is just outside.
Yeah.
All of this stuff from the back is laying in the bedroom. You know, it all went this way. And there's less heat in the back, which is good because
Yeah.
that's where the tank's at.
Yeah, I went through that corner and then started putting stuff back over there.
Yeah, if the wind would have
Stuff
been
working
blowing
their
that
way
way,
through.
there'd have been probably a pretty big explosion.
Yeah, I think there would have been. There would have been.
You probably would have heard that.
Yeah, I probably would
Yeah.
have heard that one.
We probably would have seen
Probably
the
would
flash.
have seen that one.
Probably would have had an outhouse land on their house.
A couple of them maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think those two trees there are going to make it at all. That one's dead now. So all those trees got to come out when we rebuild, and I'm pretty sure we'll
Well, you won't have to worry about, you know,
rebuild. We're going to take all those trees out, and I think all this is going to have to come out. This is really
Foundation
compromised.
is just crumbling.
Yeah. It might be all right in some areas. I don't know. We'll look at it, but
well,
you know,
cinder
it might
blocks,
want-
they're not that expensive.
you know, we can. Well, the insurance should cover the costs of what the materials are, because it should cover the cost of building it.
Yeah.
You know.
Was there a can with a bunch of animal bones in it?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's the one that
With the
Justin,
porcupine.
when he's like 5 years old or something, and Joe's maybe 7.
Well, the
And
bones
they're-
all look like they're there.
They got that tarp set up out here. Those were up in the attic,
Yep.
up in the loft.
Here, Justin.
The bones survived. I'll be damned.
Yeah. I mean, they're in crumbles, but they're definitely the porcupine bone.
Yeah.
I got another set over there in front of the truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a carcass up there.
Is that from the porky you shot?
It might be. I mean, I took it
Something
through
drag
over
it back?
the hill. Something must have drug it back, I'm guessing.
We were looking at the pictures last night, and that's when we pretty well determined that this was a lightning strike. And we watched the temperatures go down on the readings. So it really convinced me. And what did it was after we worked here, and I went back home, I studied those pictures again. I said something had to stop that fire because it burned all of that wood pile that was there. And yet there's dry pine right next to it that it didn't spread. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And anyway, then we started checking the weather report, and we said, hey, we were actually at the rock pile that day because we were up here for her
There's a couple of
Funeral.
relative's funeral
Yeah.
in Woodbury. And we stopped at the rock pile to go use the bathroom, but we had to get home. And storming like mad, there was lightning and everything, and there was
No power.
no power.
Yeah, I think I will call that.
Salt shaker.
Oh, that's what it is?
It's a
Is
what?
that?
That's your salt shaker. Your shotgun shell salt shaker.
That survived? Are you shitting me?
Is it in the
That's
bread
a
box?
porcelain type thing.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I don't know what might be in this. Maybe nothing.
Well, we had a bunch of antique cans from Mom, and they were like for Quaker Oats and I don't know, there's about
This
3 or
is
4
the Quaker
different.
Oat can.
Be careful,
that's
because there's
Quaker
a
Oats?
beehive or something here.
The
Yeah.
what?
There's a beehive or
Yeah,
something.
that's why I quit working by the dishes.
By the fridge.
Because there's a bunch of them.
So we're gonna have to come back with some bee hornet stuff.
Yeah, because there's some nasty looking bees flying around there.
Yeah, well, don't get stung.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them down there. I'll let you guys guys gonna work today?
We're not working much longer. I think
we're
we're
getting
probably
tired.
done. I wanted to quit when we found the dad's knife, but we still have to do it.
Well, then, I'm gonna take off. I'll order the pizza. What kind of pizza you want? Do you want pizza?
Are you going down to there then, or what are you going to do?
I'm going to Waters.
All right.
It's that place inside the BP place. That's really good pizza. I'll go to Waters and get it, and then head over there. So, how much time you need? Because it'll take them probably about, well, it'll take me 15 minutes to get there.
Well, we got to get there too.
Yeah.
So, and
But you're going to the rock pile.
yeah. But we're gonna need a little bit longer than that. We
Okay.
gotta just button up here,
All right.
grab our shovels, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You want to drop the trailer right here?
Huh?
Why don't we drop the trailer right here?
We'll come back tomorrow. Yeah, we can do that. Except I don't have the right stitch for it.
Do I?
I don't know if you have a 2-inch ball on a straight.
I wish I could get mine off.
Oh, you can't get it off?
I was dumb, I put a lock on